Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting edition of Innovate Wrestling. On today's episode of Innovate Wrestling Spotlight, you will see the tag team championship match between the factions Jeff Baker and Wild Bill as they took on Tyler Foshee and Nick Hammonds from No Escape. But that's not all we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about the big event coming up 1 week from this Saturday. It is Collision Course. It is our biggest event of the year, and it will be headlined by a double main event. Main event number 1 will feature Toby Farley, the Smoky Mountain Cup winner, challenging Andy Optimal, the man that defeated him for the championship earlier this year, turned his back on him. Toby Farley is out for more than just the championship. He is out for revenge coming up at Collision Course. Also, coming up at Collision Course, it is the annual VIP Fast Pass ladder match. Whoever climbs that ladder, pulls down the pass, will get a automatic title shot at any time of their choosing. And we have a great lineup of wrestlers in that matchup. 8 wrestlers will be competing, and here they are. Habibi, Brandon Hartsook, the Infinite Man, Tim, Bobby Mitchell, Nicole Payne, Ben Atkins, Wild Bill, and the former Innovate Grand Champion and 2-time winner of the VIP Fast Pass, Axton Ray. Going to be a huge event coming up just 1 week from this Saturday. We got some other great matches that have been announced. Also, the American Championship will be on the line as Wayne Moxley takes on JC Adams, a man who helped him out just a couple of weeks ago, and they had a tense exchange in the back. These guys are on the same page. They're friends. However, when the American Championship is on the line, we've seen how that can go out the window when it comes to friendships and championships. Also, coming up, we have a big 6-man tag team matchup. Right now, we're going to show you what has led to that tag team matchup, and we're going to talk about it right after we show you this heinous footage. Fans, this footage we're getting ready to show you from March 24th, back at the 24th anniversary event in Kingsport, is heinous to say the least. It is very, we weighed whether we should even show this or not, but we do not condone the actions of what Nick Blackwell did in this matchup. So right now we're going to show you the matchup from the 24th anniversary event between Nick Blackwell and Max Michaels, and show you the aftermatch with one of the most heinous scenes that we've ever seen.
I bet Max Michaels couldn't point out Europe on the map of his life depending on it.
Max shoots him off into the corner. Oh, wow. Oh, shades of Great Muta had a cartwheel back elbow there.
I would say at that, but I would say mediocre Muta at that point.
And CJ Knight with the distraction here.
Well, CJ seen, if you notice, Chris Harmon's shirt is a little bit untucked in the back. CJ was getting him over there just so he made sure that he stayed in uniform and remained professional.
Oh!
Very good. Handful of tights, too.
He pinned him! He pinned him! Max Michaels.
I'm going to tell you exactly what Max Michaels is a cheater, and he's lying to those people over there in this corner. He had a handful of Nick Blackwell's tights. I guarantee you're going to see. Oh, and there we go. CJ Knight is just trying to make right of the disaster that just happened to Nick Blackwell.
Yeah. Blackwell's been on a losing streak lately. And now he's going to try to make Max Michaels pay for that.
Listen, I told you, you piece of shit, you a fucking part. You want to say no, you can't. Say no. Say no. You guys can say no, huh? I bet you can't possibly shit.
See, Nick?
Yeah, hold on.
Max Michaels is laying there. He's begging for a pick-me-up after this match, Dan.
Oh, come on. Now, how far? This is way too far.
I don't think it's far enough. I seen him over there. He was
This is way too far.
No, he said, Dick, I'm in a little bit of pain. I need a little pick-me-up here.
This is way too far.
See, he's going to give him a drink. He's a little parched. He's going to get him a drink. But see, those guys from Recovery Resources, they're over there trying to get to whatever's in Nick Blackwell's hand. You see them over there?
Well, they're trying to get to their friend. They're trying to help Max Michaels, but, you know, Max, he thinks.
These people need to watch their language. This is an all-ages show, and those Recovery Resources goons over there using that filthy language.
There's something wrong with Nick Blackwell.
There you see absolutely despicable actions from not just Nick Blackwell, but also C.J. Knight. Well, Max Michaels has went to Truman Gorman, the GM for Innovate Wrestling, and he asked for a match where he could get his revenge on the Illuminatis. Knowing that the numbers game is always in effect when you mess with the Illuminati, Truman gave him a phone number of a couple of guys, a tag team that is wanting to make their Innovate Wrestling debut. They have been around and they've been champions everywhere, and he says that they are more than man enough and more than tough enough to help Max Michaels out with his Illuminati problem. So Max Michaels made that phone call. We will find out who those two men are coming up 1 week from tonight at Collision Course when Max Michaels and his two mystery partners take on the Illuminatis.
Listen. We have to refocus. Because this Saturday, we're in a six-man tag. It's me, you, it's Alex versus that bum Max Michaels from the street. And then he's got two bums also from the street, but they're probably going to show up high. But guess what? We're going to do everybody a service. We're going to do them a service, and we're going to get that piece of shit off the street. Baby, you got lucky tonight. Lucky it was a fluke. But this Saturday, it's my time. It's my time to win the Fast Pass, keep the grand champion in the Illuminati.
And he's literally just flaunting in front of Chris Harmon. I don't think they even care if they win this match at this point.
Just take his head off, Andy. No.
JC Adams in. Oh, collision.
No.
Could be a crossroads here. JC Adams with the tag. JC Adams up top. Big frog splash.
No.
That's it. 3.
I really think we need to review the officiating here.
I think you guys need to go back and review the drawing board. The Illuminati has not won a single match all night long on Illuminati Appreciation Night.
Toby Farley. We're talking about family emergencies, right? The only emergency was you didn't want to run into the Illuminati. You didn't want to run into me. You didn't, most importantly, want to run into this man, the Innovate Wrestling Grand Champion, because you knew what was going to happen to you. And as soon as you return, I have a receipt for you, Toby. There's no doubt about that. But most importantly, right now, this man has a message and a receipt for you.
Listen, tonight was one of the worst nights for the Illuminati since I joined and beat Toby Farley for my Innovate Grand Champion. Let's not focus on that. Because at Collision Course, it's going to be the best night in the Illuminati's history. Once again, Andy Optimal, the savior of Southern Strong Style, will beat Toby Farley.
He who holds the power rules the world.
Wild Bill and Jeff Baker are going to be defending the United States Tag Team title. The Innovate Wrestling United States
Yes.
Tag Team title.
Nick Hammonds, longtime veteran of the area. Member of G1, and he headbutts the wrist. These men have tangled many times. Have Nick Hammonds and Jeff Baker.
Hammond's going to work on that arm. I don't know. There's been some miscommunication between the two members of the Pineapple Express. I feel like Nick just looking over there at Foshi saying, hey, I got this.
Yeah. And notice that also they came out to, instead of coming out to their normal theme music, they came out to Tyler Foshi's custom-made theme music, all about himself. So that's a nice handoff there.
Ooh! Straight right forearm.
Not strong enough to hold the man there. Speaking of the strength advantage, Wild Bill's going to have it right here.
Oh, yeah, that's not going to work, young man.
Yep. Oh.
Foshi landed on his feet.
Almost.
And said no.
Oh! He just clobbered him. Oh! Follows up with a jumping forearm. He needs to keep a hold of the man, though.
Yes, he does. He just can't.
Yeah, you
can't stand there and watch him in disbelief.
Cannot.
Standing up. You gotta hit the man till he's down, and there he goes down.
And it took both members of the Pineapple Express to get this man down. Haven't seen Wild Bill wear the green sash here. Maybe he's taking some style tips from Bronson Garrett there.
Foshi back in. Almost a hesitation in the tag there. What in the hell is going on with these guys?
Well, they have a massive miscommunications, and it's costing them the advantage in this match. This match is now for the championship, and they originally became champions off of an impromptu title match when they did defeat the faction. So the precedent has been set for these guys to be successful in this type of situation, but it does not look like things are going their way tonight so far.
And the right jabs from Baker in the corner there. Now snap mare out.
And
Back shot. Just disrespectful.
If I'm preparing to wrestle the faction, I'm making a very different preparation against Jeff Conley and Jeff Baker than I am against Wild Bill and Jeff Baker. The whole dynamic of the team has changed when you switch those components out.
Well, in all fairness, and there you see Wild Bill with a right hand and Foshi getting slammed right into Wild Bill there. But in all, fairness and of preparation there, it was a six-man tag.
It was
originally scheduled to be a six-man tag, so these guys were all about, and then next thing you know, people can't be here. They get cancellations. They had family emergencies.
Yep.
Whatever the case is, Travis Lee not being here is a big hit to the faction.
Especially with the devastation that he's been causing since he's been implementing that huge top rope splash.
Wild Bill is already a handful enough. So is Jeff Baker, but you add Travis Lee to the mix, and the faction's practically unstoppable. Wild Bill is cranking on that left arm of Tyler Foshee. Excuse me. Nick Hammonds is over in the corner shaking his head right now. I don't know what is going on with the Pineapple Express.
I am not sure myself. I haven't talked to these guys about this situation, but I need to. You know what? Nick Hammonds knows better than this. He knows that he is doing more harm than good when he gets his emotions ahead of him and causes his partner just to be getting clobbered over there in the corner.
Just getting mauled in that faction corner.
He is.
Oh no, leg drop. Oh man.
Devastating.
I have actually had that done to me. It is no joke. It's like a tree falling on your chest.
Yeah, I have been right there too, as well in the ring with Wild Bill. Not a place that you want to be.
And Baker across the ring, pie faces Hammonds, and Hammonds is back in again trying to get his hands on Baker. Meanwhile, Baker and Bill again in the corner choking Foshee, and Bronson Garrett's even in on it. Picks him up, suplex. The shrill screaming of Bronson Garrett is just piercing across this arena right now. I don't know how that works. His nose is pierced, so it's legal. He's pulling on his nose piercing. Foshee tried to fight back to his feet. Baker still just pulling him back down by the hair.
Absolutely just vicious. Using that size advantage, the power advantage here to keep control of this match is Jeff Baker and Wild Bill. Smart wrestling strategy here just to isolate the one man.
Big splash. Foshee to his butt in the corner. Not a position you want to be in. Oh my God!
Devastating cannonball-like maneuver in the corner. You ain't gonna get nobody like that. That's just for humiliation purposes right there.
Young Baker just trying to drag Foshee across that top rope, and now Foshee's in the corner, being held by Wild Bill, but he gets a leg up. This could be the opportunity Foshee needs. There's a roll forward and a hot tag to Nick Hammonds. Bill still on his feet, but nailed with an elbow.
Oh, look at that. Spinning elbow. Ducks. Oh, belly to back suplex there. Oh, just kicks him off.
Broken up by Bill. Oh, stunner.
Still on his feet, though.
Telling Tyler to get up. Oh, he moved on it. Wild Bill at the last minute pulled Hammonds into the way of the moonsault.
Goes for a super kick, throws him back down. Oh! Canadian Destroyer by Jeff Baker. Don't know where that come from.
Hammonds. $1 million dream.
$1 million dream.
$1 million dream by Hammonds.
Have not seen him use this maneuver, maybe ever. is effective.
As much as they did to Foshi. And here's
look at that.
Bronson Garrett with the U.S. Tag title.
Just causing intentional disqualification. Causing intentional disqualification when Nick Hammonds may have had that match won with that $1 million dream, the Cobra Clutch.
You just saw the conclusion of that tag team championship match from No Escape. Bronson Garrett, the Factions manager, sticking his nose where it didn't belong and causing an intentional disqualification in that tag team match with Tyler Foshi and Nick Hammonds and costing them the tag team championships. The championship will be on the line once again coming up, and Bronson Garrett won't be sticking his nose in because Truman Gorman, the Innovate Wrestling GM, will be handcuffed to Bronson Garrett at ringside so he can't interfere. And on top of that, the rematch, this time featuring Jeff Conley and Jeff Baker against Tyler Foshi and Nick Hammonds, will be a tornado match. All 4 men will be in the ring at the same time. It is going to be chaotic coming up in just 1 week from Saturday at Collision Course, Kingsport, Tennessee, Net Pro Studios. But that's not all that's coming up. We're going to tell you all about what's been signed for that event. Of course, the Innovate Grand Championship will be on the line when Toby Farley takes on the champion, Andy Optimal. Also, VIP ladder match. 8 competitors will compete to see who will get an automatic title shot by climbing the ladder and winning that VIP pass. In that match, you will see Habibi, Brandon Hartsook, the Infinite Man Tim, Bobby Mitchell, Nicole Payne, Ben Atkins, Wild Bill, and the former grand champion and 2-time winner of the VIP Pass, Axton Ray. Going to be a great matchup coming up 1 week from this Saturday. Also on the card, you will see the tag team champions on the line. We just talked about it. Tornado match, the Faction versus Nick Hammonds and Tyler Foshi. And at ringside, Bronson Garrett, the Factions manager, will be handcuffed to Truman Gorman. Also, the American Championship will be on the line when the champion, Wayne Moxie, takes on J.C. Adams. Also, we just talked about it earlier, 6-man tag team action. The Illuminati's Nick Blackwell, CJ Knight, and Alex Atkins will take on Max Michaels and a couple of mystery partners, a tag team that has been wanting to make their Innovate Wrestling debut as a member of the full-time roster, and they will be making their debut. We will find out who it is 1 week from this Saturday. It is Collision Course. It is the biggest event of the year. Much more will be announced this week. This is going to be an incredible, epic card and something you absolutely do not want to miss. Fans, get your tickets now. It is our biggest event of the year, Collision Course. We will see you there, and we will see you next week for more Innovate Wrestling Spotlight.